Hello all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Scrutton. This is Gimme Market Reviews, and today I'm going to be talking about angle of attack with the driver. I've already done one for irons review and how that influences ball flight. Now I'm going to talk about the massive influence of angle of attack with the driver. As much as you can get optimized for equipment, shaft, the heads, everything else, if your angle of attack isn't optimal, then you're not going to get the best numbers from your driver. So I'm going to talk a little bit, I'm going to show you exactly what influence it is, and maybe talk to you a little bit about some certain things that you can do to optimize your delivery with driver, get the most out of this new fantastic golf equipment that we've got here. Stay with us. Okay, so welcome back. And today, rather than looking at equipment, we're going to be looking at how you optimize equipment. And I think this is really important from a fitting scenario when you're looking to try and get the most out of a driver, because this is actually something that can be holding you back from achieving the distance that your club head speed is capable of. And what I mean by that is angle of attack. And I think this has become more important with the modern day driver because of the length of the driver, because of the shape of the head, the size of the head, and where the center of gravity now sits within these heads. In an ideal scenario, you want to be hitting up on these drivers, and you'll find the best guys in the world. Let's take Rory McIlroy, for example, who you would call the ultimate driving machine. He's typically hitting up on the driver 3 to 4 degrees. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, and there are some players out there who will be hitting down, I would say, at 0 angle of attack. It's very rare nowadays that you get guys who really squeeze it, to be honest with you, but guys who might be at sort of 0 angle of attack on the tour as well. And you can get away with that if you've got optimized equipment and also if you've got plenty of speed as well, to be completely honest with you. But for you guys out there, if you're slower in club head speed and you're looking to optimize and get everything out of this club that you possibly can, angle of attack is going to be really important to you. So what am I talking about here? What is angle of attack? Well, simply put, it's the angle that the club approaches into the golf ball. So it's measuring it, if you look at it from a side-on perspective, how that club sort of bottoms out and then starts to work back up again. And with the driver, it's very important because what that is going to encourage is a high on the face strike, and then you're going to get higher launch, lower spin because of that. Now, angle of attack can be directly related to your club path as well. So if you're somebody who struggles from coming over the top, you might struggle to get an upwards angle of attack on this. If you're somebody who comes across and down this way, naturally, if you think about it, if you're chopping an axe, you're coming this way down and across the golf ball, you're going to naturally be more negative in your angle of attack. Vice versa, you know, if I'm taking tennis, for example, if I'm trying to hit a forehand up the line and I'm coming from low and inside up this way, which effectively I'm trying to create sort of obviously top spin when I'm hitting a forehand in tennis. For golf, I'm trying to take spin off the ball because the ball will only spin on one axis, right, which is back. But if I hit across the ball, I'm going to spin it more. If I don't come up across the ball quite so much, I'm not going to create as much spin with the driver, and I'm also going to get a bit more launch out of it as well. So that's really important. So it can come with your path as well. So worth having a little look if you can get onto one of these launch monitors to see where your club path is as well, because it can be directly related. But it's one of the reasons when you go and see your golf coach that he'll want to try and see the ball right up in your stance and have it teed very high as well. All those things are going to help you promote hitting the ball high on the club head, upwards angle of attack, high launch, lower spin. So I'm going to hit some shots for you. I'm going to try a couple hitting down on the golf ball, a couple at level, and a couple at positive as well. It's something I've had to work on in my golf game over recent years to try and really optimize it. And I've changed a couple of certain things around in my setup, which has really encouraged me to do that. But I'm going to show you in the data exactly what influence it has. Stay with us. Okay, guys, so I said a couple of pointers here to look at when you're trying to optimize angle of attack. So I'm going to try and hit down on these first couple of drivers here. So I'm not going to feel like I've got quite as much sort of tilt in my upper body. I'm going to bring the ball back a little bit. And sometimes golfers who tee the ball a little bit lower might find that they squeeze it a little bit. Now, if you might have heard the pros and the guys on TV talk about this before. If you're trying to get one into the fairway, sometimes this can be an optimal way to do it. You know, if you tee the ball down, tee it back in the stance and you squeeze it, you might have heard guys talk about that before. Tiger used to hit the stinger shot, obviously, used to come out lower. It wasn't really designed to create massive amounts of distance, but it just went very straight, very low, very straight. So I'm going to hit a couple now for you, and then I'll talk you through the numbers. Okay, so just hit down on those drivers there. And again, the data, as I would expect there, as you can see, my initial launch has come down and my spin has gone up. So because of that, I've lost a little bit of carry yardage and total yardage. Now I didn't move that quite as quickly as I would typically swing it. I was about 103 miles an hour. I can be between 108 and 110. So I'm gonna try and keep the rest of the swings to that sort of speed today. But certainly it's come out a little bit flatter with a little bit more spin to it. And because of that, I did lose a little bit of carry yardage and I didn't quite get the total yardage that I would want. Very straight, they are my fairway finder swings, but not necessarily conducive to the big bombers that you're after if you're looking to try and replicate Rory and co. But I'm gonna try and hit a couple now on level to show you the difference in the launch, the spin and the ball speed numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna make a slight adjustment there now. So in that particular swing there, I would say I tried to feel like my shoulders were a bit more level, ball was a little bit further back. Now I'm just gonna create a little bit of tilt in the upper body, move the ball one ball further up, and that should help me feel like I can just sweep it on the level here. Let's see what happens to the data. Okay, so that's worked out absolutely perfectly there. Managed to get to a couple of level angles of attack there. Clubhead speed, pretty much exactly the same, 103. As you can see there, fraction more ball speed from the upward angle of attack. Launch is up as well, spin is down marginally, so actually much longer carry and much longer total yardage there as well. I also find it from that angle of attack a little bit easier to draw the golf ball because I'm approaching it, or the sensation is I'm approaching it a little bit more from the inside. So you can really see that's 2 degrees down just to level, just to start with. Now I'm going to try and take it positive just to see exactly what else we can get out of this driver head at 2 degrees up. Okay guys, so last here, I'm just going to try and move the angle of attack to 2 degrees positive. So the changes I'm going to make in my setup, I'm going to create a bit more tilt, a little bit more weight on my right hand side. I'm going to have the ball up and tee it up a little bit more as well to see if it can encourage me to hit up on it a little bit more. Let's see what it does to the data for us. All right, so there, completed a couple of drives there with a +2 angle of attack. For me, it makes it much easier to draw the ball when I do that as well, because it really promotes me hitting it from the inside. And I always find that draw shape, it's always going to go a little bit further, isn't it? So not a massive jump there in numbers compared to where it was with the level angle of attack. It's a few yards, as you'll see from the numbers below, a few yards longer through the air, a few yards longer on the deck. Definitely peak height was a little bit higher in terms of initial launches up because I'm sweeping up on the golf ball a little bit more. Kept the club head speed the same, which I'm quite impressed with myself for doing. But yeah, hope you found that really interesting. So you can see the difference, 4 degrees, same club head speed, 4 degrees difference angle of attack there. Massive change to the launch, the spin, give me a little bit more carry, give me more total yardage, and it helps me draw the golf ball as well. All with the same driver setting. So the driver there stayed the same all the way through. Was using a Callaway Elite Triple Diamond, 9 degrees, one of their stock option shafts in there as well. Just wanted to show you the difference angle of attack makes, guys, because you can get fitted for these pieces of equipment, but then you've got to really optimize your delivery patterns for it as well. And you can see there, if you can make those changes, ball up in the stance, a little bit of tilt, weight back and sweep it, you can get the most you can possibly get out of these particular machines right here. Hope you found some value in that. If you did, please like the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We've got loads more content coming. We would love to hear off you guys as well. Is angle of attack something you've been working on personally in your game? Is it something that you struggle to do in terms of move it around? Would you like some more tips on potentially how you can improve your angle of attack? Would love to hear from you guys. Look forward to hearing in the comments below and look forward to seeing you on the next review.